What's up, family? What's going on? What's going on? Tasha checking in with another video. And unfortunately, I have to bring a video like this, right? Um, this is just sad story, but I wanted to come on and talk about it because this is something that is getting out of control, especially in the good old Chi-Town. Okay. Now, give me a second. Let me see if I can get some more light on my face. I thought I had enough going on, but maybe not. Okay, I like that a little better. If it's your first time joining me, go ahead and like this video up. Comment in the comment section your thoughts about this particular video and topic. And most importantly, subscribe to the Redefine Me channel. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so that you all can see the video. And we're going to watch a couple of different videos. We're going to watch two, and then we're going to watch one of the girls that was involved in the incident. She came out and apologized. Now, I ain't trying to judge a little girl's heart, but the apology just seemed lackluster and a little fluff to me. Okay, so let me add the video to the stage, and we are about to get into this video that I just can't believe something like this happened. So let's get into it. Now, what's crazy to me, I know we just got into video, but what's crazy to me is how is it that these kids are still going to school like nothing happened? Because the reporter says that the parents are outraged because the kids are not expelled. Why are they still coming to school at this point? And maybe it's because they're trying to lock down each and every child that was involved, but at least for the ones that we saw from the video, those ones should definitely not be at school. If anything, they should be arrested, tagged with an ankle monitor or something. Now look at all of them mob of kids. Did y'all see that? That's the okay. Well, we paused that. That's her and her two kids walking ahead, and then you got these mob of children that's following them. Now her son was the one that was hugging her in the front because they hit the boy, because I saw the whole video without it being blurred. Now they hit the boy, and when they hit the boy, he started crying a little bit. The mom went around and said, "Why did y'all touch my child?" Then she ended up grabbing her son, and it was a little girl with her. That was her daughter. That is her daughter, and she was trying to protect her kids to the best of her ability. Now, keep in mind, this mom has sick of sale, and these kids decided to start messing with this lady, and they know she's sick. That's horrible. And then they pulled her, they were hitting her so much she fell to the ground. As y'all could see, it was blurred, but you could kind of see what was going on. Fell to the ground. She rolled. Her son separated from her. They started jumping the son and jumping her. It pulled her wig off and everything. Child, these kids are so disrespectful. And I blame the parents. You can throw tomatoes if you want. I blame the parents because where this is learned behavior. If you are a parent, you are supposed to instill morals in your children. What kind of morals are you instilling in your children when you sit up here and allow them to even think that it is okay to even look wrong at an adult, let alone put your hands on an adult? Wow, her hair is a lot. So disturbing. That's horrible. Horrible. We got another video, y'all. Let's look at this one. Hold on, y'all. We got another one because just horrible. Just horrible. I would never, I would be so embarrassed as a parent if I was watching the news or I'm at work and it got wind to me that my child has attacked an adult and her children. I would be so mad, so embarrassed. I just, but it would never be my child because I wouldn't raise my child to do something like this. And a lot of these parents of these children will probably have that same claim. But, sir or ma'am, if your children had the audacity to do something like this, you failed as far as I'm concerned. I mean, you just failed. And I try not to judge parents because being a parent is a really important and hard job. And I am not the one to be trying to judge nobody on their parenting skills. But if your children participate into something like this, I'm judging at this point. I just am. I just am. And this doesn't mean that the children that participated in this cannot come back from this. But in this moment, you're parenting.
Exclusive. The mother in this video, who was attacked while protecting her children, is speaking publicly. She and her son were brutally attacked by a group of kids on Monday. And this video has caught the attention of many across the country. Now, that community is stepping in to help move out of the South Deer.
Now, okay, so I talked about this story on my TikTok channel. I went live. And a lot of the people in the comments said that the community did not help her move out. Said that she came out and said that the community did not help her move out. That they didn't give her enough and she moved on her own, I guess, or maybe her family or her man or whoever. But it came out that the community did not help her. So I do not know if this is facts or not. Because they also said that she was pregnant and she was not pregnant. Her belly was protruding because she has a tumor and she has sickle cell. Like she's kind of a sick woman. So you just don't know what's real, what's fake from the sources. But all we can conclude right now is what it is that we're hearing. But I know for a fact that when I was live on TikTok, they said the community did not help this lady. So I don't know if that's true or not.
Attack. And Sharday is live in our newsroom with more from this exclusive story.
Well, Marie, Korshonda Hatter, she's still in physical pain after she and her son were brutally attacked with her young daughter just steps away. Her legs are bruised and it's hard for her to walk. But what hurts her the most is her children are still suffering.
My son is he's very devastated. He'll wake up out of his in the middle of his sleep screaming. He'll scream, "Mommy, are you there?"
Hatter says her 9-year-old son and 6-year-old daughter are traumatized after watching their mom get attacked by a group of kids. In this video, we've blurred the faces of those involved because they're all minors. We've
You know what though? You know what though? And y'all may feel a way about what I'm about to say, but why blur their faces? I understand they say they are minors, and people want to say, okay, we don't want to bring the kids in it, we don't want to put their faces out there, whatever. But my thing is this: if you were big and bad enough to hit an adult, stand on business and show their faces. Because at the end of the day, people are going to be people, right? And so I'm not saying that you should go looking for the kids. But if they wanted their 5 minutes of fame because they're the ones that recorded this, and that's how everybody ended up getting it anyway. So they are children and they are not mature enough to understand the consequences of their actions because they recorded it and posted it. So they can't be mature enough to understand what could happen from that, right? But these kids also understand what it means to go viral. And since they were looking for a viral moment, why not give it to them? I'm sorry. I just look at this a totally different way because if it was me, I'm just gonna be completely honest. If it was me, and my child been telling me I've been getting bullied and I have to now walk them home from school, I'm going to be carrying something. Okay. Now this YouTube, so I ain't going to say what I want to say, but I'm going to be carrying something. And I'm knocking kids out, period. Because how young is too young? You sitting up here when the moment you touch an adult, you turned into adult, in my opinion. Let's keep going.
adopted after she was dragged to the ground because of how brutal it is. Her son was beaten, and she says one of the kids pulled her daughter's hair. Her daughter stood off to the side crying, watching her brother and mother get attacked.
I felt helpless because I was down on the ground and he was down on the ground and he's looking at me screaming like, "Mommy, please help me, help me." I couldn't get up myself. I couldn't do nothing.
She's sick. She has sickle cell. So I guess they seen a little weakness on her because she's kind of walking a little slow. And
I mean,
they have no right to put their hands on an adult.
You better talk about it, sir. Talk about it, sir. That's the kid's father. Because let me tell you something. And I imagine that he was probably at work while she was, getting her kids from school or whatever. And he is absolutely right. They have no reason putting their hands on an adult. And I'm sure he wanted to say some other stuff. That's why he kind of breathed a little bit like, ugh. Because if it was me, sorry, cameras rolling, I would just say what I'm going to say. I'm like, if I catch our kids, it's up and it's stuck. Like that's, I mean, just because this is just ridiculous. When I was growing up, there was never any time that I would ever think to come up against an adult. There were plenty of adults that I didn't see it for, but I would never have raised my hand, never cussed at them, never any of that. But see, we're in a different generation. We living in a day and time where the devil is running rampant. These kids are listening to all type of music and watching all these crazy videos. They're being demonically influenced, and then they end up spewing out everything that's being put into them that's negative out into the world. But see, parenting has to become popular again. Being a good parent has to become popular again. Because when you do not exercise your parenting skills and be a good parent, this is what you get. Spawns of Satan out here in the world beating up random people and their children.
That's her partner, Devon Lee, who was at work when the attack happened. Hatter went on to tell me that her son
And he
has
was
been
at
bullied for the
work.
past 2
He was at work. Could you imagine being at work and you get a phone call that your children's mother and your children are being jumped by the neighborhood kids? That just
years at Orville T. Bright Elementary School because of the way she walks and talks. All of the results of her sickle cell disease. Hatter tried to talk to the school about the bullying, but she says they didn't do anything about it.
and these kids are joning on this lady, right? And I don't know if they knew that she had sickle cell, because I'm going to say this. When we were growing up, kids did that. They they Joan, talking about your mama this, your daddy that, things like that. And so I don't know if they really knew that she had sickle cell. However, the way she talked, the way she walked, kids are not dumb. You know that if a person walks a certain way, moves a certain way, whatever, something has to be wrong with them. So I think there's a line in the sand that they should have had, like, oh, his mom is sick, or oh, whatever, we're not going to bother him. But kids can be horrible, can be horrible. But there also can be good kids too. But it all depends on how you are raised, what goes on in your household, who your parent is, in my opinion. Like, I'm going to stand on business, and I'm not backing down from blaming the parents for their behavior.
About it. Yesterday, a large group of parents came to the school to show their support for the mother and to put an end to bullying. The community immediately stepped in and moved her out of South Deering and into an undisclosed location. Hatter says she's pressing charges against the parents of the kids who attacked her. As for her children, they'll be transferred to a different school, and she's looking to get therapy for them. Reporting in the newsroom, Sharday Gray, CBS News, Chicago. Marie.
And she should press charges against these little juvenile delinquents. Yes, press charges, because I know I freaking would. I would be pressing charges. I'm suing the brakes off of the parents. I'm pressing charges. Listen, if you're big and bad enough to put your hands on me, your parents have to pay the consequences. Now, one of the children came out that was in the video and issued an apology. Okay, let's get over to the good old TikTok. Let's get over to the good old TikTok, and let's look at old girl's apology. Okay. Now, listen, a lot of people are saying they do not believe the apology. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the little girl. I don't know her heart. The woman sitting beside her, I think that's like her aunt or something like that. I don't think that's her mom. But this video is it's not her shining moment. So we got Keisha Love to Love posted this. I don't know if it's gonna be the whole video. I have not watched this whole video. I did watch this actual apology, but I didn't watch this coming from her page. So let's see what it says.
Have peace and take accountability. I won't say too much. And please, anyone that decides to say anything, keep it respectful. This is the child.
So right off the bat, we see where the adult is coming. Keep it respectful, because this is a child. I understand that people, you don't want people cussing out the child out in the comments and all of this, but the moment that you decided to do this, you got the smoke in a way that just, it comes the way it comes. And some people may feel like I'm being very harsh, but look at what they did to this woman. And now you want to hide under the fact that you're a child. And some of these kids know, because they're juvenile, that they won't be treated the same way that they would if they were an adult or of age.
Hey, my name is Kamira Grant.
Now, Kamira, you need to speak up. Okay. Now, I got the volume up as far as it can go. She trying to play all timid now and act like she's so sad and apologizing and mad. Child, I'm not going to say nothing else. Let's just listen.
I was wrong for
It's okay, come on.
For everything that I did. And I was just being a follower, following everybody who don't even got nothing that I got.
I know I said I wasn't going to say nothing. I know I said that. But let me tell you this, right? You have to teach your children how to take accountability for their actions, because she was the one in the video that seemed like they threw the first punch. So how are you a follower if you threw the first punch? No, you're the leader of the lynch mob. And then you turn around and immediately You say you will apologize for what happened. It doesn't, in my opinion, seem sincere. Okay. And then you want to turn around and say, it was the kids' fault. Everybody was in it, so I was following them. No, stand in your mess, take accountability for what you did in this moment, and stop bringing in the other kids. Because if this is your apology tour, why are the other kids being brought into the scenario? You just stand on a part that you played, and that's it.
And I apologize for everything because I wouldn't want to be in that situation. And I feel bad because
It's okay.
I gotta go through so much.
Now, baby, you got me messed up because what tear fell from her eye? I didn't see one. First of all, she got a hoodie on her head. She's chewing gum. I know kids gonna, train your children on all levels. And I ain't saying she's supposed to be out there like she's running for office or something and dressed to the T and all of that. But train your children. If you were sincere, take the hoodie off because of what just happened. You don't even need to wear black or no hoodie or nothing like that because I feel like that is alluding to you as what you did, looking like a villain at this point with all that going on. Take the gum out your mouth. Stop wiping your face. Speak clearly. Stand in your mess. But see, some of these parents and this community that is around her, they will sit up here and try to say, oh, she was young. She made mistakes. No, ma'am. I was also young. I made mistakes. There's several people I grew up with that were young and made mistakes. But we never jumped on grown people and their children.
I wish I would never did what I did.
Do you have anything to say? I think her name is Shauna.
I was a bit. People think. Oh, puppy. Somebody I'm not. Oh, puppy.
She gonna say people think she's somebody she's not. First of all, in this freeze frame right here, look at her face. She looked like she's looking at whatever's going on behind her, which sounds like it's kids playing. And you know how kids are; they may make you smile or whatever, but she doesn't seem sincere. If I was the person that was recording this, we would have went into a room where we could have a private moment. I would have asked another adult to look after the kids, so whatever the case was, or wait till the kids go to sleep and do this. And then I would have made her take that black off, that hoodie off, spit that gum out your mouth, and speak clearly because I'm going to hold you accountable. You ended up doing something that if you were of age, would have got you put in prison. And we still don't know if they're going to serve time in juvie for this, which I feel they should. Now you sitting up here want to fake apologize and don't want to sit up here and stand on business. No, if you was big and bad enough to go at this lady, then you need to be big and bad enough to talk like you got some sense and clearly.
I'm a different person than that.
I think everybody, we've all seen the video. Everybody's been sharing it. The public outcry is definitely there, and we're all on the same accord that it was. We want. I think more so than anything, we want everybody to understand that this is a child. All of them children that was in that video was children. Some of them.
No. Bump that. I don't care. See, she the problem. She's one of the people that is the problem. People that think like her. All them people in the video was kids. I don't want to hear that crap. Them kids knew what they were doing. See, y'all gotta stop acting like, and I ain't saying y'all, but whoever think like her gotta stop acting like these just kids. These kids know more stuff than some adults know. They sit up here and look at some of the raciest stuff. You would be surprised at what your niece or your daughter or whoever she is to you look at when you're not around. What they say when you're not around. What they know if you ask them. Like these kids are way more advanced than you all are giving them credit for. I just, child.
Them, not all of them may have families, but this baby here, she has a family that cares, that loves her, that has held her accountable.
And my whole thing is if she got a family that cares, that has held her accountable, did she have a family that trained her and not to be a follower, how she says? Does she have a family that's going to make sure that she knows morals and not to jump on adults and kids? I'm sorry, I'm not giving you, you don't get no pass, ma'am, for what you're saying. I don't care about her having a family because obviously her family is trash because of what she did.
She understands what is going on, and I don't expect her to speak. We do not expect her to speak as we are going to speak because she's a child.
Stop saying that weird child stuff. She barely opened her mouth and said, I'm sorry, or I apologize. She mumbled through it. She did not cry one tear. She faked like she was emotional about it. And the only reason she's doing this is because you're making her do it. Child, get missing.
What grade are you in, Kamira?
8th.
She's in 8th grade.
What grades do you get?
A's and B's and
Girls, so she in the 8th grade, she know freaking right from wrong. If I told y'all what I was doing in the 8th grade, y'all be like, Tasha, woo. Yes, you know what the heck you doing in the 8th grade. Now, you may not know all the consequences of some of the stuff that you doing, but baby, 8th grade means you are what, 13? She about to go to high school. This girl know what she's doing. Talking about, could she get A's and B's? Who the heck cares because you get A's and B's? You still Hellraiser.
I was homecoming queen. I'm the captain of the cheerleading team.
And then who's behind her? What was this black hoodie? Then the lady behind her got on a daggone black hoodie. All of y'all look like you look exactly like what she did. You look exactly like what she did. You got the hoodie on behind her. She got a hoodie. None of y'all seem like y'all are trying to take no accountability for this crap that she has done. And you think because she was homecoming queen, because she got A's and B's and all this stuff, that's not who she is. No, that's exactly who she is. Okay. There are serial killers that were smart and intelligent people. That don't mean they ain't still serial killers.
And you know that.
And I know I'm a better person than what I was yesterday. And I can make a difference.
You will make a difference, right?
I will make a difference.
Okay. So whoever laughing, whatever that's about, I want y'all to know that this baby, as well as all the other babies that's in that video, are very much our future. So if we laughing at them, we laughing at ourselves.
And that's the sad part. I agree with her. They are our future. But that's the sad part because if that's what the future does, I'm nervous about the future of being an older individual, having this person. And I'm not saying, let me say this, I'm not saying that where you are right now defines everything about your life, right? But if it's not met with proper correction and guidance, she is on a bad path.
So we want to make sure that we check that and that we be present, and that those people that are not on the ground, those people that are scared of our young kids, that we get out here and we touch them, that we let them know that we hear, that we got something to say, that we care about them, that they have more resources than they know, and that we are available to them.
And know that it takes a village. It takes a village to raise all these kids. This is not just one person's fight. This all.
Be quiet. It takes a village. So is this her village? Because of what I'm seeing, she got a horrible whack village. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna try to get over here in some of the comments. Somebody said wiping her face, but no tears. She talking about it's okay, Kamara. Mama, are you cool? creepy apology. Then I felt like the parents was schooling her or scowling us. I'm sorry. Why does it seem like all the adults are trying to smirk along with the child, or is it just me? Like everybody is picking up what I'm putting down as well.
And I want you to know, Kamara, this is not all on you. You taking your responsibility of the role that you played in this. And she know the role that she played in this. And I want y'all to know that this is not the kid that she is, nor will she let the internet turn her into a kid that y'all gonna try to say she is.
Child, ain't nobody turning her into what I'm responding to them like I'm sitting talking with them. But nobody is turning her into anything. She showed us exactly who she was. Had she never threw the first swing, had she never been along with the other kids. So basically, y'all raising her to be a follower, so she says, but you were the leader, not the follower. So you want us to believe a certain narrative of her. But what we saw from her was a child that very much jumps on somebody else and participates in a mob lynching, basically.
So we are cooperating with investigation, or whatever needs to happen will happen.
And I think we had a pretty honest conversation today, right?
Yeah.
And you understand, like, it's okay to be smart. You're smart. You get A's and B's. You the captain of the cheerleaders team. You was homecoming queen. You don't have to be bad just because you think it's cool. You don't have to do what other people do. Right? This don't define you. You are wrong. But this is not your end all be all. You can come back from this.
And you will come back from this.
You will come back from this. And everybody, like, give these parents and these kids, let's give them, the kids, a little grace. Let's get to the.
I will say this. I agree with what the other lady said in the black, that this moment does not have to define who you're going to be, and you can come back from this, because I am a firm believer that Jesus can dupe down and pick you up from wherever you have fallen to, the lowest of the lowest, where you think you have fallen. God can come and pick you up from it. I believe that. I also do believe, though, that we have to raise our children properly. God endows us with these children in order to raise them in the way that we should. The Bible says, train up a child in the way they should go, and when they are old, they will not depart. So if you all are training this child up to be like this right now, and she's 13 years old, when she gets older, is she going to depart from this moment if this path continues? If the parent that's rearing her continues on raising her the way they've been raising her for the past 13 years, if they don't change their parenting style, she's going to grow up into being a parent that raises the child the same way, and it's going to be a cycle into the chain, and the curse is broken. So yes, and the girl in the pink is about to say, give them grace. Yeah, kids can't raise themselves, but at a certain point, you have to hold kids accountable, because they do know what's wrong from right. Even if you had the worst parent in the world, once you get out around other kids and things like that, because there are good kids that rub off on the bad kids and may say something to them or whatever, you have to say that they should know better at a certain point, unless they were literally raised by a satanic cult. And even those kids can come back from something like that.
Bottom of this. This is the issue in our community. This is why the term a village, it takes a village. It's a lot for a parent.
This girl in the pink ain't taking no accountability. She's talking about this issue within the community. Yes, this girl is a part of the issue in the community. Like, what the heck is going on?
I'm not a parent, but it's a lot for a parent. Like, let's let these kids take accountability, but let's not dog these kids. These are kids.
And let's make sure that we explain to these kids why it's wrong. A lot of these kids are each other influences, and it's so easy to say, oh, they being raised wrong. No, sometimes kids are being raised right. This child, she being raised right. She's being raised.
If the child was being raised right, we wouldn't even be here right now talking about this. We would not be here right now talking about this if this child was raised right. My mom was a single mom. She raised 3 kids. None of us was ever jumping on adults doing the most. And I understand kids go through different things and do different things and everything like that. Everybody's child is not the same. Everybody's child does not do the same thing where she did the jumping on. I may have done something else, whatever. I get all of that. But we're talking about a child jumping on an adult and her children. Obviously she ain't being raised right because she would have known, even if the mom started to form and she was with them and they start jumping on this lady, she would have backed up, not stepped in and participated.
Raised correctly. Peer pressure is something we all experienced it. Peer pressure is something we all experienced it. So we're not gonna try to.
So basically, what y'all telling this girl is that, well, you were under peer pressure. So again, y'all giving her an out. Where you're on one hand saying that you all have talked to her and told her this is wrong and all this other stuff, you're also saying that it was peer pressure. So it's okay. It's not all your fault. You were peer pressure. Nah, but when is the parents going to stand up and be the peers over the crappy kids in the neighborhood?
Somehow take ourselves out of the equation.
And also, we can start an initiative. I think we're going to work with Kamira to start maybe a bullying campaign or something to raise more awareness, to let everybody know that this is serious. She know it's serious and that this not okay. So yeah, and we'll definitely have some bullying, anti-bullying, even anti-peer pressure. It's all the same. It's all one and the same. So,
Ma'am, are you strange, slow, or stupid? Like, bullying and peer pressure is not the same. Not the same. You could choose, if people are egging you to do something, you can choose to turn and walk away and say, nah, I'm not doing that. Well, you choosing it because you want to be a part of the cool kids clique.
Chicago, it's a big city.
Yeah.
And we all we got.
But you also know you make your own decisions. Mm-hmm. When you get in trouble,
our young kids, that we get out here and we touch them, that we let them know that we hear, that we got something to say, that we care about them, that they have more.
They stopped the girl in the black from what she was about to say because it seemed like they cut it or whatever it was. But I really wanted to hear what else she had to say because it seemed like the girl in the black with the hoodie is the only one, in my opinion, that's actually trying to hold her the most accountable. Because she told her, you also make your own decisions, though, right? Yeah, peer pressure is the thing, but you make your own decisions. See, peer pressure, the operative word, peers are pressuring you to do something that you would not ordinarily do, or would you, right? So if the peers are pressuring you to do something that you would not ordinarily do, you have the opportunity to decide, do I want to go with what they're saying, or do I want to be my own person and choose my own way?
Or resources than they know, and that we are available to them.
And know that it takes a village. It takes a village to raise all these kids. This is not just one person.
All right, so the video went back. I don't know why it started over after that lady started talking, but some of the comments says she don't mean it. You were the captain of the cheerleader team. It's them holding in labs for me. I didn't see them holding in labs, but maybe they was. Somebody else says she needs to be held accountable. Somebody else says, take this app TikTok. Hold on. Okay, that person, I don't know what they talk about. Yeah, they ain't taking it seriously. They have no consideration for the lady and her kids. They just talking about themselves. And be amazing. I actually agree with her comment because never ever did they say in the video, we want to apologize to Chris, I think her name was Krishanda, and her child. We hope that they are healing. We're going to get some money together to send to them. We're going to actually go to their house or try to get their new house location and sit down and talk to them. They didn't say we're going to call the news and issue an apology. Nothing. They didn't say none of that. All they focus on is the fact that they don't want the public to paint this little girl in a certain light. A lot of emojis are up here, She said she's sad because she has to go through so much. I did hear her say that. The little girl said
Little
that.
girl, the fact that you sat on that live with that hoodie on looking like
My bad, my bad.
We're just coming live. So
We rolled down, but this was just ridiculous. Okay, let's see a couple of responses because some people did respond to what this apology was. Of course, you see the comments. Everybody in the comments is just like, nah, not here for it. And I think, in my opinion, as adults, y'all felt like this was going to do her justice, but I feel like it did her more damage. And let me be completely clear. Again, like I said, I do not believe that this, what she did, defines who she will ever be in life, right? I believe that she can't come back from this, but I do not like when adults of hell raising kids do not make them stand in their mess. They think they're making her stand in her mess, but no, she's sitting up there looking like a menace, looking like what she just did, and she's not speaking clearly. No tears, no. And when she started talking about her grades and cheerleader captain and homecoming queen and all this other stuff, she starts perking up and smiling. Like that should not have even been brought in the midst. This is a serious moment. She should have been known that it was serious. We don't want to hear about your accomplishments. That should not have even been brought up. Let's see what other TikTokers said.
little girl. The fact that you sat on that live with that hoodie on, looking like Cleo, ready to set it off, lets me know that you would do it all over again if you had the chance to. And please don't think that we don't know that you tried to play in our face with that whack ass apology. It was very forced and it was very disingenuous. Not only.
Now I agree with what this lady is saying. But what I'm gonna say is, she was put up to this though. And this is another reason why I say that the adults are the bigger problem. Because she was put up to do something like this. Like she didn't just grab the phone and say, I'm going to record this video. She was put up to this.
That the fact that you sat up there laughing and trying to smile through it all pissed me off even more. And to that woman that was in the video with you talking about she's just a child. Well, she wasn't a child when she raised her hand and started swinging on that grown woman. So guess what? From here on out, you get grown woman treatment. Not only that, see, y'all tried to play with that lady, but God didn't play about her. That woman got a new house. She got a new car. She moved out of that neighborhood and her children now go to a new school. Not only that, a local rapper, little girl, the fact that.
Okay, I don't know what she's about to say about the local rapper, but she's put in a better situation. So I hope, because I don't know where she moved at exactly, but she did move out of that neighborhood. So sometimes I will agree that sometimes God will take you through something so that he can bring you out and have you put in a better situation, even if it's unfortunate what you had to go through, right? Let's see if somebody else has something to say.
Bitch, you put your motherfucking daughter on this motherfucking internet.
Now, I don't like all that cussing. It makes my ears bleed. Let's go to somebody else.
So let me get this right. Your child gets caught on video with some other children beating up some disabled woman and her son or her children. The video done gone viral, done circulated so much so that everybody, especially everybody in your city, is literally calling for these kids to be held accountable. So you get on live with your daughter who looked like she fake crying, looked like she was about to laugh throughout the whole video, and you got her making this, I don't want to say fake apology, but what definitely came off as a fake apology. Mm-hmm. You telling her it's all right every time she get the, crying and sniffling. It's not all right. It's nothing all right about what she did. Mm-hmm. She need to be crying. She should be sad for what she did. Then you got her talking about she get good grades, A's and B's. Girl, we don't want to hear that. Talking about all the extracurricular activities she do.
And that's what I said before we even got to this video. I said that. Why are y'all up here putting out her resume of accomplishments? You're not auditioning for a college. You're not trying to get into a school or do anything for yourself. This is supposed to have been an apology to this woman and her child. Like, they fumbled the ball on this so bad and made it even worse. I would rather they not said nothing. They should have consulted a lawyer or a PR person or something.
Miss Ma'am, Miss Mama, that's where you need to start with the punishment. You need to take all that away. Cheerleading, talking about she was prom queen, ma'am.
Listen, I agree with what she's saying. She would not be on cheerleading no more. She would not be involved in no activities. School and home would be where you go. And the holidays are coming. She bet not get one thing for Christmas. But because of how this family is and what they portray in that little fake apology video, I feel like she gonna get a lot of stuff for Christmas.
Time like this, why do you think we care that you was prom queen? Why do you think we care? You should have lost all them privileges. Then the mama kept saying, this is a child, this is a child, this is a... Was she a child when she was beating up on that grown adult? And am I the only one that felt like it looked like she was laughing? Those tears did not give real. It did not give sincere. Or is it just me? So let me get this right.
Nah, it ain't just you. It ain't just you. I mean, when I paused it at a couple of moments, her face looked like it was smirking or smiling or whatever. And especially when she started talking about her accomplishments. Child, let's keep going.
Okay, I'm about to come in, y'all. Now I want to give my review and my opinion on that video that happened with the lady that got jumped by the kids in Chicago. I just want to touch base and speak on the parent that they came with the little girl that first started the issue and hit the lady first shot. When I watched the video yesterday and last night for the girl apology, I feel like it wasn't a sincere apology. I feel like she was laughing. She wasn't serious. She wanted accountability.
Okay, she kind of saying the same things that we all are.
Bitch, you put your motherfucking daughter on this.
Ooh. The cussing. Ooh, can't take it. Can't take it. Let's see.
The child who attacked wore a smug smile on her face. Yet her mother went online asking everyone not to blame her because she's just a child. She's an honor student. She's not a bad person. She even quoted the phrase, "If we laughing at them, we laughing at ourselves," meaning the child's behavior is a community problem and the public shouldn't hold her accountable, but should understand her. But what we actually saw was very different. A pregnant woman was knocked to the ground and beaten.
Now, let me just say this. People keep saying she was pregnant. She wasn't pregnant, okay? She came out and said, and her partner said that she's not pregnant, okay? She has sickle cell and she has a tumor on her. And so that's why her stomach was protruding, okay? Let's see what else.
And them two bitches that you had behind you.
We're not going to do the B word. We're not. Look, people is mad about it and they sitting up here, they gonna say what they gonna say, but we not gonna do that.
That little motherfucker sitting there smirking and
no.
Little girl, the fact that you sat on that.
And you know what? I hope you go to jail first, because what kind of response is this after seeing your child jumping a grown woman? And you should, this is Ja Rule. We're going to get to his story next. Hold on. There we go. And you should be the first parent in jail, because what kind of response is this? Now, you guys are fully aware about the Chicago mom who got jumped by those elementary school kids. Now, one of the moms of the kids, which I don't know which daughter it was who did the jumping, but one of the moms has come forward.
Now I understand you trying to cover the kids' faces because they're minors, but I don't know. Is it just me? It's just like they graduated from minors as soon as they touched this grown woman. As soon as they did this grown act, I feel like they graduated from minors. Whatever. Let's hear what she's saying.
Here's what she had to say. Now, she goes by the name of Yas St. Patrick, and don't worry, her page is gone, but I was able to capture this before she deleted it to you, because when the first time I read it, honey, it was a mess. Now, Yas says, let me say this first. My daughter is a great ass kid, and she's an AB student. I'm not sure. Captain of the cheerleading team, it's giving bully, ahead in her class, and some more ish. All good things from every teacher. If you know, you know, you know. She goes on to say that we don't owe nobody. That's crazy work. An apology, BT, not sure what that means. That lady and her kids. So y'all grown effers looking for a viral moment, please shut up, because kids gonna be kids, and it's kids out here that did way worse ish. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I know that is the worst. That is the worst that a kid could do, is jump a full grown adult, let alone y'all when y'all was 12 or 13 years old. Y'all, used to be out here beating up kids and all. No, we wasn't, friend. Now I can guarantee you that's not what I was doing at
Exactly.
12 and 13. It goes on to
Exactly.
say that
I wasn't doing that at 12, 13. I wasn't out here beating up no kids. Now I was out here doing some stuff, but I wasn't beating up no daggone kids.
y'all don't know us at all. She was peer pressured. Okay. So did she do it or was it peer pressure? If you know my family, you know if we find a friend in an MFer, we gonna stand behind them 100%, no matter what. BT again, I don't know what that means. This is
It's but
definitely a lesson learned. I thought you didn't owe an apology, so how you gonna learn a lesson? Now she finishes out her statement and says she, I think she's referring to her daughter, was held accountable for her actions. Y'all, TB, it takes a village. I'm sorry, she got a castle, the F. And everybody standing 10 toes behind her. I was never gonna go live making y'all MFers feel no type of way. Once again, we do not owe y'all an apology. F y'all MFers know what's going on in real life and know my kids not raised like that at all. And then she says P, whatever that means. Feel how y'all want. F y'all. And I think your kids were raised like that. That's why your response was the response it was, because you just didn't want to
exactly.
hold them accountable.
Exactly. And your kids were raised like that because of the even the response that you posted with the cussing and the ghetto fabulous terminology. Your kids were definitely raised like that.
Publicly. They publicly beat her up. They publicly should be held accountable. But tell me your thoughts about this story, this mama and these kids.
All right, y'all. That's the last TikToker we are going to watch about this. This was just a whole hot horrible mess. It is so unfortunate that we live in a generation where kids are so disrespectful these days. They feel like they can just go and jump on an adult, jump on this lady that was sick, walking her child home from school, and then the parents turn around and issue an apology video and then start talking about the girl's accomplishments. Like, as we can see, this is why this happened. This is why this little girl, one of the little girls that came out, this is why she is the way she is, because of her parents. We gotta put we gotta put the blame on where the blame is due. Her parents have dropped the ball. Okay. But anyway, y'all, this was my reaction to this whole thing. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Remember to like this video. Definitely comment. Let's get the conversation popping in the chat. I do respond to most comments. And also subscribe to the channel. I will start doing more of these reaction videos to hot topics and things like that that's going on in the world. I have another one I do want to come out and discuss and talk about the girl who got rebuked in church. I'm going to work on that, and I'm going to come out and probably talk about that tomorrow. So if you like that type of thing, go ahead and make sure your notification bell is on so that you can get the notification when I go live. If you missed the video, shout out to replay watchers. Go ahead and watch the replay and then comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. Okay, I love y'all. May y'all have a happy, blessed, prosperous Monday until we meet again. Bye.